Hello everybody and welcome back to the next part of this video. I'm Alex Antuna and I'm still trying to work on this rock. I found out there was a bit of a bug going on whenever I would adjust this. If you watch this projection, it would switch back to UV. I thought it was going crazy for a moment when I was doing the video last. I was hoping they would fixed it by now, but it's not that way. So I'm just kind of working around it. I did a little bit of update to the model. I'll show you kind of what I ended up with. I kind of toned back the surfaces so it's not so busy and just kind of playing around. I could have made a video of it, but it would have just been me going back and forth trying to say like when you go to the eye doctor, example A or example B, example B or example C. So you just kind of go back and forth and try to get something. I was trying to pull back some of this, so if I turned it off, it was going to be like a little bit more heavy on the mask. It would have been like this. So what I did was just kind of use I didn't need the paint layer. I can toss that and turn this on, so it's more in in between, and you can look like this was being worn down. Almost has like a fire starter looking rock, I guess, but what do they call those? Flintstones? Flintstones, get it? Alright, so the next step is going to be to export this into whatever program. I'm going to export it to Blender, just kind of showing a process. This is the wireframe mesh, if you look at it. Going around. Cool. Turn this off. I'm going to go to export. And so in here, what we're going to do is export this project. So there, if you're in Toolbag, you have your bake project and it has all this information, but if you go down to your paint project that's connected to this, it goes hand in hand. If you look at this rock low is what's being plugged into this, going from here going to there. It's kind of a jump back and forth kind of thing. So I'm going to export this. All these are targets, so I don't really, in Windows it's hard to see them. Usually just change it to PNG. And I also have a script where I just go in here, output individual, because it seems to me it's a little bit easier on some things to not combine them, because this is all three packed into one, but some of the things we use this for, once it's split up. So I'll do it split up. It's a little bit easier. I still got to refine the script, so it'll make it on the bottom, so I just kind of remove the original three targets, and then I have it individually makes the albedo, the normal, the ambient occlusion, roughness, and metalness. There's not really any metalness in here, it's just whatever the default is. So let's go ahead and export this. I already have a path. I'm going to export everything. Let's see what the scale is. We can resize to be 2 times. It's already exported 2 times, so we'll go that route. Let's go and export. Okay, so the file should be saved out to the folder now. So we're going to jump into Blender. I have the file open down here. We have the old rock. We really don't need it, but I'm going to keep it there just for reference anyway. Or we can delete it. It's whatever. So I'm going to grab this material, since this is the same layout as what I used here. You should be able to just drag those textures and it should work. So we're going to go do this. We're going to close this up and let's go to shading. And if you're using Blender, you can use the node Wrangler. It's either under extensions if you need to turn it on, but it helps out. So if you select this mesh, not the mesh, but the node, Control-Shift-T, you can go to your texture, go to maps, and this should be where I exported it out. Here, uncheck, and it should connect everything. And so let's see what we got. So you can see that it carried over everything from Toolbag into here, all the details and everything, all the stuff that we wanted. So now we have a rock. So what do? We just make a scene. We can go from here. Let's go ahead and put a little plane, and I downloaded a texture to put in here so we can see how it would look. But let's go ahead and get this rock in here. So let's put this here, and I'll show you just the one rock. We're just gonna go here. We're gonna rotate 180 degrees. We're gonna rotate this up. We can scale it just slightly, and we'll just move it around. That way we got some varied rocks. You don't want to go too big so it doesn't look in a different family, but rocks are going to be rocks. They're always going to be kind of different when you start looking at them. I'm going to duplicate this again. Rotate this on. Let's see what the rotation is right here. And we're going to 45. We'll just start kind of dressing the scene a little bit, and go here. If I want to, I can rotate it some so that this. Let's go ahead and create a camera. Let's do a camera. Our camera. Where's our camera? Down here. Where'd you go, camera? So let's get in camera view, and I'm going to back it up, and let's get this in here. Okay. Let's go ahead and zoom in. Let's change this focal length, and I'm using the hard ops in here, so maybe 50 might work, maybe 45. We'll go 45, and we'll select this. Let's kind of navigate a little bit, kind of get something. Just get a little view and scale this up some more, and yeah, let's get that camera just a little bit down here. Okay, let's go ahead and start adding more rocks. Let's go here. And what's cool is that I like that one rock gets you a long way. For anybody who just uses like what's it, Quixel, the Quixel stuff, you'll start, you know, reusing one rock to make it look like it's a bunch of rocks. So we can make this one look like it's kind of, let's go ahead and use this by, let's scale it just a little bit. I don't want to get too wonky. And so we can just drop it down. Just kind of play with the placement. Make it look a little natural. We can also turn this on so we can kind of a little bit more control, right? There we go. So we start getting some rocks in there. What else we need? Maybe it's a little one more in here just to kind of vary it up. Let's duplicate this again, and we'll turn off that. I don't need this anymore. Just drag this out, rotate, and you can kind of scale this up. Just kind of give it to the back. You can see, you can just keep, same thing with textures. Whenever you're in the texturing phase, you can go for, you know, just keep going and adding to it. So rotate this, so you got that. Maybe drop this down just slightly, and it looks like, you can see this is looking very similar. So we just, what do we do? Just rotate it. Boom, fixed. Now it looks a little bit more unique. So what else we need? We need a ground texture for this ground plane. So let's do that. Let's add a texture. New. Control Shift T. And then we're going to go to the downloaded one. I went to Polyhaven to grab this. So when you select it, it'll link everything up. So now we got that. And if we need a little bit more variation. We got the displacement map in here, so make sure it's on cycles. Let's update that. And see our camera. It's kind of it's a little bright, or not bright, but real similar to the same rock texture. So hopefully, how you say, the lighting will kind of break it up. So let's go into here. Let's turn on our displacement. Where'd it go? Bump, displacement, and the bump. So this is in there. We'll need to add some subdivisions. So I can go here. So subdivision. We're gonna add this simple and 2. And I think we're good on this. Let's see what it does. Let's see if it increases or decreases. Advanced. Corners. Let's go in here. Let's see what we got. So I have this selected. Let me make sure I have the right material selected for that displacement. Oh, I grabbed the wrong one. You could also apply it to that, but at the same time I had the wrong one selected. So let's go here, do it again. Should apply. Too much. Go too much, too far. So we got a little bit of a ground in here. Now you can kind of see a little bit of that. So now we got a little bit of a going there. Maybe a little less or a little bit more. Like I said, you can play with this stuff, you know, all day right here. It's fun. Let's see if I get this camera to lock in. I like this shot a little bit better. Let's go there. I push Control Alt 0 and let's navigate just a little bit. Drop it back. There we go. So now we have our rocks. You can see that's something from, you know, we went from ZBrush, optimized, and so we can start seeing how these rocks look with all that. Break that look, and we can add HDRI. I can't talk right now. End of the day, let's just add some lights. I'm gonna use the hard ops lights and just get something real quick. Looks like a alien world. Let's just find something that's a little bit in between. Like I said, you can go playing with settings, different looks and stuff. That looks pretty alien. Just want something a little bit, and yeah, we'll go with that. And then we can go to rendered view. Let's see, computer, dig it. Up my settings. Let's go to viewport. So I might need to add an environment light to this, so let's see what we can do. Let's get this to be low. Okay. Let's see if an environment light will help. So I have a plug-in here, and we'll search for one real quick. Let me find it. Okay, I had to dig for it, and I went ahead and set it up so you didn't have to see me jump around. But what I did, I had to find the folder. I guess on my update I had to install this plugin, so I needed some HDRI images. So you can look. This, I think it was free. I don't remember where I've downloaded it from, but for whatever it is, it works pretty cool. You go find your HDRI, and I think that one's hot. I think I have it too hot, so put it 0.1 and put this at 0.1, not 34. And then you can just start fine-tuning this. Trying to get a look. Some of these might be a little too much. You know, this one seemed to be the best one for me. Put it to 1. You can start to see where it's coming through and going from there. I like the feel of that. The ground, I wish the color was a little different, but then it'd mean I'd have to download something and you know, it'd just be like going from there. But this is pretty cool. You can adjust the blurriness and stuff of the background and generate an image from it and go from there. It's not too bad, this plugin for what it is. You got that. Yeah, standard blue. And I'll see what it looks like when it renders, but this is most of it when you get down to it. Besides just the little bit of shading that I like to see, and the ground, maybe the ground I think is too big. Let's see if I can just do it this way, or maybe 2, maybe there. Yeah, because I felt like it wasn't breaking up the scene as good as I wanted it to, because it seemed like it was real huge, big compared to the rocks, the ground. I wanted the rocks to be a little bit more massive feeling, but yeah, this is about most of it. And after this, I just do a render, and you'll get, you know, whatever I show at the end. But hopefully, some of this helped. I know some of it's kind of repetitive, you know, going from one to another. I could have used the decimation on this and get there, but I just wanted to show a different method for anybody curious. I've been doing different processes. Some of them are fast, some of them aren't. Some of them work better, some give you different results. So I guess on this last note, I could show the textures. So I can go to open. We'll go here. We can open this up. Let me see. I can't open it this way. You open it through a folder. HDR. Opening up. Just one last note, really. This is really what the output from Toolbag look like. So just going through each one. You can adjust the padding too if you really need to. So you can see. So hopefully this helps out. I try different methods sometimes, and so this is it. This is where the end of this video. Hopefully I'll do another something, try to explain some processes, but I wanted it quick and dirty. I didn't want to do it too long of a session, but now we got some rocks. So hope everybody's doing well out there, and I'll see you in the next video. Later.